Pahrump, are you getting tired of being capped on your internet? Well, not anymore. Wave Direct has no data caps, and with great local customer service, why go anywhere else? 30-day trials are available. Call 775-253-3887.
News 46 is brought to you by Comfort Hospice Care, where we give our patients and their loved ones peace of mind, knowing we provide the highest quality of care 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For more information, call 751-0349. News is also brought to you by Inspiration Senior Living, where we provide affordable elegance to Pahrump area seniors. Give us a call at 751-2300 and make an appointment to tour our community.
Tonight on News 46, only one day left to get signatures for the town petition. The Miss Pahrump pageant will be held this Saturday, and the town gets ready to celebrate for the 4th of July. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Deanna O'Donnell and Jason Koblenz. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Wednesday, June 25th, 2014. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. In a significant first, a U.S. appeals court has struck down a state ban on same-sex marriage, creating greater political and legal momentum for the Supreme Court to decide whether gays and lesbians have a constitutional right to wed. It happened today in Utah, where a panel ruled 2-1 against the prohibition, saying that any couple, regardless of sexual orientation, has the right to marry. Enforcement of the decision was stayed temporarily. The majority opinion from the 10th Circuit Court of Appeals said the 14th Amendment protects the fundamental right to marry, establish a family, raise children, and enjoy the full protection of the state's marital laws. They continue with the state may not deny the issuance of a marriage license to two persons or refuse to recognize their marriage based solely on the sex of the persons in the marriage union. The Utah Attorney General Sean Reyes said his office would appeal to the Supreme Court. There's only one day left to sign the petition to place a question on the November ballot asking if the citizens of our town would like to keep the town board form of government.
In 2012, we had an election, and there were about 17,589 people who voted. The decision was made by 231 votes. And if you split that in half, if the people had voted the other way, we're talking about 116 votes out of almost 18,000. And we've had between 300 and 500 people come to us and say, I didn't understand the question, I voted the wrong way, I'd like to change my mind, or something else. So to me, there's somewhat of a cloud over the decision. And what we'd like to do is put it back on the ballot in November and let the people have a chance to really decide. And today I had a person that is from Carson City, but he likes Pahrump, and he's been a campaign manager for some of our governor candidates. And he stated, I'd like to help you get signatures, and I've already had several sheets signed. Where do I turn them in? So we have quite a few people that are stepping up. I think it's very important that we do have our local government, and if you agree, that's what it's all about.
And if you would like to sign that petition, it's available 24 hours a day in the front lobby of the Best Western Hotel on Highway 160 and Postal Road. Well, the town of Pahrump and the Pahrump Valley Chamber of Commerce is gearing up for the Liberty Festival on the 4th of July.
Next weekend we have the Liberty Festival at the park, and it precedes the fireworks at 9 o'clock. We'll be open at 11 o'clock in the morning with vendors, fun games for the family, and food vendors also.
So the Pahrump Valley Chamber of Commerce is putting on the festival. The town is putting on the fireworks show. It's going to be a fun event. Is it going on all weekend long?
No, it's a one-day event, and so it starts at 11. The festival starts 11 to 9, and then the fireworks are from 9 until it's over.
So this event is free to the public. Everybody come on down.
It is. There's a small cost. Actually, it's very inexpensive. There'll be a set of rides for the younger kids, and you can buy a $1 armband, and it's good all day. They can ride as much as they want. And that's about the only thing, unless you buy food or buy something from the vendors. You can bring a blanket, camp out on the lawn, and just wait for the fireworks.
And the pool's going to be open there too as well, right?
Yes, that is.
So this is all happening on the actual 4th of July down there at Petrick Park?
Uh-huh, yep.
And that's at Basin and Highway 160?
It is, yes. And if anybody's interested, we still have a couple of sponsorships available. You need to let us know right away. You could call the chamber at 727-5800 because we need to get a banner made for you. And if you have a need for a booth, we still have some 10 by 10 booths available.
When we come back from this break, much more local news, including your Desert View Hospital health tip. Stay tuned.
Perup, are you getting tired of being capped on your internet? Well, not anymore. Wave Direct has no data caps, and with great local customer service, why go anywhere else? 30-day trials are available. Call 775-253-3887.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Integrity Taxi. Reliable, safe, and fun. Call Integrity Taxi at 751-1111.
And welcome back. Here's today's Desert View Hospital health tip concerning men and breast cancer.
This health tip is brought to you by
Desert View Hospital and Mountain Valley Physicians Group. Don't put your health on hold. We have time for you. Call us to schedule your appointment. 775-751-7100.
A year ago, Josh Newby quit his successful job at a .com company to care for his mom, Teresa.
It's the greatest decision I ever made.
Teresa had stage 4 breast cancer and was in hospice until she passed away. When she was diagnosed, she tested positive for a BRCA gene mutation. She wanted Josh to get the blood test too. His result? Also positive.
I thought, wow, I have this gene. I got to take my life a little bit more seriously, probably.
Genetic counselor Kateria Patel says many don't realize men can pass the faulty gene to their daughters and women can pass it on to their sons.
But I do find that it's often like they're not even thinking about the men in the families. We get the same information from our mothers that we do from our fathers in terms of our genes.
Men and women with a BRCA mutation have a 50% chance of passing it on. Women with the mutation are up to 7 times more likely to develop breast cancer and at least 10 times more likely to develop ovarian cancer. The risk is much lower for men. Only 2,240 cases of male breast cancers are diagnosed each year. But men with the mutation are at a higher risk for other types of cancers, including prostate, stomach, pancreatic cancer, and melanoma. The rule of thumb, men should consider testing if they have a strong family history of breast or ovarian cancer. Josh was glad he did.
I do hope to have children someday, and that's very powerful information to have.
Josh has made early cancer screenings a priority. And since his mom's diagnosis, he started a foundation to raise money for cancer research. He wants to give others the chance his mom didn't have.
She's just the most amazing person in the world.
I'm Marty Salt reporting.
Thank you, Marty. Archaeologists in Egypt have unearthed relics from an apocalyptic plague that some Christians believe heralded the end of the world, an idea that likely helped spread the faith centuries ago. A team from the Italian archaeological mission to Luxor unearthed the remains in a funerary complex in the ancient city of Thebes. The city is now known as Luxor. As archaeologists excavated the site earlier this month, they found remnants of bodies covered in a thick layer of lime. The lime was significant as it was used in the ancient world as a form of disinfectant to prevent contamination. Pottery located at the site enabled the scientists to date the discovery to the middle of the 3rd century, a time of a gruesome epidemic known as the Plague of Cyprian. At its height, the epidemic is estimated to have killed 5,000 people a day in the city of Rome alone. Well, the Miss Pahrump pageant will be held this Saturday at the Saddle West. Tickets are still available.
This is actually our 38th year anniversary of the pageant. It began in 1976, so we're really excited about this, that it's been such a time-honored event in our community. We have 8 girls, 8 contestants this year. They've been practicing hard. They're going to put on a good show for the community, and we hope that everybody will come out and support them.
So it's going to be held here at the Saddle West. Is it this Saturday?
Yes, it's this Saturday, and it begins at 7 o'clock. The doors open at 6:30, and we do sell tickets at the door. And it is here at the Saddle West, and we really appreciate the Saddle West for the help that they've given us in promoting this little pageant.
And you're hoping to pack this room with people watching these lovely ladies competing for the crown. But also, Miss Pahrump 2013 is going to be turning over her crown.
Yes, she will be. And she's had a year's reign, and so we're really excited about that last year and the prospects of the new year.
And so these girls, some of them have competed before, some of them are new contestants.
Yes.
And tell me a little bit about what we're going to be seeing them do throughout the next year.
You know, once the girls compete, we just have the court, and once they're selected, the court then goes on to the Governor's Ball and also to the Nevada Day Parade, of course, Harvest Festival Parade, and they're very involved in a lot of the openings of the businesses and events that go on in the community. So we also ask each one of the contestants to have a community platform, and when they are selected as the court, the Queen's platform then becomes active, and the attendants help the Queen to be able to fulfill that community platform in service. We feel that they should give back to the community that has given so much to them as well.
Tell me once again how people can get tickets, what time and date this event is.
They can get tickets here at the door. The tickets range from 10 to 15, depending on whether you sit closer to the stage or not. And what was the other question?
And it's this Saturday, and doors
this
open at
Saturday.
what time?
And the doors open at 6:30, and the show begins at 7.
We'll see you down there at the Saddle West on Saturday. Well, the Nye County Board of Commissioners recently purchased some new equipment for Pahrump Valley Farm Rescue.
So knowing that you're hesitant, shall we say, to look at staffing levels, we refocused on the equipment. Most of our equipment is over 10 years old. We're encountering high maintenance. I have our chief here to answer specific questions, but that is why we are very appreciative that you're willing to revisit this and look at the equipment portion. It was not that the equipment was not important. It's just that at the time we submitted the proposal, we focused on staffing levels. So I just wanted to clarify that for you. Thank you.
Okay, and
I'll amend my motion to
but he's going to amend his motion.
identify that the funds cannot be expended, or there's no funds to expend until the money becomes available.
Second. Amended motion by Commissioner Carboni, second by Commissioner Bobrowski. All in favor say aye.
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 And after this break, we'll have your entertainment this week and your first business brief.
Today's news is brought to you in part by Dr. George Leeks, Pahrumps optometrist since 1990, offering full-spectrum eye care for children and adults. Call today, 727-8300.
Eli Wallach, whose long acting career included performances in The Magnificent Seven, The Good, Bad, the Ugly, The Godfather Part 3, Wall Street, and Money Never Sleeps, has died. He was 98 years old. Wallach was one of Hollywood's favorite character actors, giving his parts, often villains, mobsters, or shopkeepers, an added touch of menace with his gravelly voice. Former Survivor contestant Caleb Bankston has died while working on a coal train near Birmingham, Alabama. Bankston was a conductor on the Alabama Warrior Railway, a job he had for 7 months when yesterday's accident happened. He was reportedly crushed by the train. Bankston was a contestant on Survivor Blood vs. Water last year, along with his fiancée, Colton Cumbie. Federal Railroad Administration investigators were on the tracks today looking at what caused the accident. Former Good Morning America co-host Joan London revealed on Tuesday that she had been diagnosed with breast cancer. London said she had received the all clear 2 weeks ago with her annual mammogram. London, who co-hosted GMA from 1980 to 1997, said she initially considered keeping the news private, but decided to go public with her diagnosis. AC/DC frontman Brian Johnson thanked his fans for supporting his new TV series, Cars That Rocks, which airs on the Quest channel in the United Kingdom. Johnson also casually dropped a line that it looks very likely that the band will be touring sometime this year. This follows an appearance on a Palm Beach, Florida radio station back in February, in which Johnson said the band was hoping to play a series of 40 shows to commemorate its 40th anniversary. Johnson's offhand announcement didn't mention whether rhythm guitarist Malcolm Young would be joining the tour. Back in April, Young announced that he was in ill health and taking a break from AC/DC. Oscar Isaac's role in Star Wars is to be expanded. Producers are planning to beef up the star's part after leading actor Harrison Ford, who is due to reprise his role as Han Solo from the original trilogy, suffered a broken leg on set earlier this month. While plot and character details are being kept tightly under wraps, it's thought that Isaac is playing a descendant or even the son of Han Solo. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. That's your entertainment this week.
This is the First Business Brief for Wednesday, June 25th. I'm Angela Miles. Traders are keeping tabs on stocks that are in play as the World Cup continues. Sponsors include Coke and McDonald's. So far this season, the star stock has been Buffalo Wild Wings, which flew to a record high this week. More than just skin-deep changes are happening at Elizabeth Arden. The cosmetics company is restructuring following 3 quarters of losses. The company makeover will mean layoffs and product phase-outs. Elizabeth Arden stock fell 3% yesterday. Now that Gap is raising its hourly pay to $9 per hour, the retailer is seeing a rising tide of talent. Job applications are up at least 10% since the company said it would increase its hourly pay rate. Gap, which also owns Old Navy and Banana Republic, reportedly plans another bump up to $10 per hour by 2015. That's the First Business Brief. I'm Angela Miles.
When we come back from this break, we'll have your weather with Noah Began.
News 46 weather is brought to you by your local dairy farmers. Dairy products are very important in maintaining a healthy body.
Hello and welcome back to News 46. Today is Wednesday, June 25th. Today we had nice sunny skies with a high of 99 degrees. Your average temperature at this time of year is 102 degrees. Winds are coming from the south-southwest today at 7 miles per hour with gusts up to 14 miles per hour. The UV index today was 10, which is very high. Humidity was at 24%. Sunrise was at 5:28 this morning. And the record high in 1970 was 115 degrees. Tonight we'll have clear skies with a low of 71 degrees. Your average temperature at this time of year is 78 degrees. Winds will be coming from the south-southwest at 7 miles per hour with gusts up to 11 miles per hour. Humidity will be at 24%. Sunset will be at 8:05 p.m. And the record low in 1941 was 55 degrees. Tomorrow we'll have cloudy skies and high winds with a high of 93 degrees and a low of 68 degrees. Winds will be coming from the southwest at 13 miles per hour with gusts up to 23 miles per hour. Some pretty high winds there. Humidity will be at 24%. Sunrise will be at 5:29 a.m. and the UV index will be 10, which is very high. For our 7-day forecast, we'll have a mostly sunny week, though we'll probably be seeing some clouds here tomorrow. Your high temperatures will be starting off in the low 90s, working their way up to the high 100s there. And your low temperatures will be starting off in the high 60s, working their way up to the high 70s.
Thanks, Noah. A community forum will be held tomorrow night at 6 p.m. in the Board of County Commissioners Chambers in the Calvada Eye. This event is open to the public and gives you the opportunity to speak directly with your town board with any of your questions or concerns. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of News 46 from everyone up here at KPVM TV. Have a wonderful night. We'll see you back here tomorrow.